What's up, Knicks Nation? So, the Knicks have been underwater 2 of their last 11 games they won. A lot of people are feeling pessimistic. They're feeling like this team has let us down. And we do have a captain. What do we say about our captain during these hard times? Do you say that he has the ability to turn it around? Or do you think that Jalen Brunson, as a leader, is weak and is not the right one to lead this team to the promised land? We're going to talk about that in a little bit more on Knicks Nocturnal. Welcome to the show. I am your host, Karan Pierre, the Objective Fan. And I'm straight out of Kings County, New York City's finest. And you know the vibes. Tell a friend that we live, man. Welcome to the show. Salute to all the people in the building early, all the channel members. I see you. My man Buzzer Beater. Salute the great Maxine, the super producer of the world. Subscribe to the Objective Knicks Fan. Definitely, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon so you get all the notifications. Of course, if you are a subscriber, consider joining the channel. It comes with a lot of perks. That 82 Nights Basketball Fans Companion, it's on sale now. Get it now. We don't know when it will end. So go check it out. Linktree. Linktree is where everything could be found. The 82 Nights, Super Chats, other streaming platforms. Go check out the Linktree. The link is on the screen. It's in the chat and is in the description as well. Okay. And also, as you guys come in, big time salute. This is a call-up show. So call-up show rules do apply. Okay. 3-minute calls. I got a hard clock. All right. But we also do have the $5 callback if you desire to call back. Now, as far as the topics, we're going to be talking about the team meeting. Before I even knew there was a team meeting, I was doing the show on Jalen Brunson's leadership. Then when I seen the team meeting, I was like, damn, this is definitely something that we have to discuss because, it's just not looking good. Not looking good. But what I'll do is I'll start off with the team meeting because I it's great. You know what? Before I get to the team meeting, because I just realized I forgot to share something on the other show. Hold on, let me get this browser on. I forgot that I didn't share this. So by the way, the brother whose name I butchered on the first show, I called him Dylan Brooks. His name is Dylan Jones. So he was signed to a 2-way contract. And once again, I'm somebody who I'm calling Leon Rose out. I got a close eye on Leon Rose. While everybody worried about Mike Brown, Jalen Brunson, karl-Anthony Towns, my eyes is on Leon Rose. So this is the move that he did today. Okay, he signed Dylan Jones, 24 years old. He got that last 2-way contract spot. A lot of us thought maybe that spot will be freed up for a trade, just in case they were trading for somebody. You wanted to bring in a 2-way guy. And unfortunately, he, opted to sign another guy who's 6'5". Now, there's no offense to Dylan Jones, but I just don't understand why we just fall in love with guys that are 6'5" and under. He did play with the Thunder, and he actually started 3 games for the Thunder and had some solid performances. Had, I think, 2 double-digit games for the Thunder. So, hey, maybe this kid can come in and turn it around. I don't know, but I just wanted to, start there, okay? And then I want to go into the team meeting. Okay, so I saw this article by Ramona Shelbourne. She dropped this at 3:40. So I'm like, man, players only meeting. Now, salute to my man J-Tap. We've been going back and forth because he thinks I'm splitting hairs. I just want to talk about the players only meeting and what that means. First off, player-only meetings are not something that's a good thing. It has a negative connotation in the league, right? So when you say we're having a team players-only meeting, that means things are bad. Okay, so I was trying to give us the benefit of the doubt and call it a team discussion the first time around, but Stefan Bondi, who initially reported on this, did not say it was a team meeting or players-only meeting. He said they had a discussion, right? And so I was trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. Things wasn't as bad then as it is now. So, Jalen Brunson, the Knicks captain, we're going to be talking about his leadership tonight. He called for a players-only meeting. Okay. And this, of course, was after the embarrassing blowout to the Dallas Mavericks. And Brunson's message to his teammates after their 9th loss in 11 games, according to multiple sources, was the Knicks needed to find answers for their poor play in January amongst themselves rather than look towards the coaching staff solution. I believe this is their 9th loss. Hold on, let me just stat check that. This is the 9th loss in the month of January. This has to be the most losses in 1 month we've seen since maybe the 2024 season. I could also stat check that a little bit later. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 8 losses. 8 losses in the month of January. Yeah, so this is one of our bad losses that we had since the month has started. And of course, we're not going to make no excuses. But there is some credibility to the NBA Cup curse. And maybe this is just our stint because I don't want to, honestly, guys, let me tell you something. The fate of the other 2 champions that won the cup is bad. And I don't want to put that on us. I want to stay as optimistic as possible. But man, I'm telling you guys, I don't know what else. How does a team that was firing off at all cylinders, one of the top 3 offenses in basketball, fall to a point where we can't reach 100 points in the last 2 games? So I'm not sure if the players only meeting took place right after the game. I don't think it says that. But whenever the meeting takes place, hopefully it works out for us, right? And I'm hopeful that we can still turn it around because it's still early. And honestly, man, peaks and valleys, and this can honestly make us a better team, believe it or not. But when we talk about Jalen Brunson's leadership, right, we know that the ship has it hasn't sailed yet, but it's getting there, right? It's really bad. You're losing the teams that you're supposed to beat. What's going on? Look at all of the L's. So is it Jalen Brunson's fault? Is he the reason why he's not galvanizing the guys? What say you? Okay, I'm gonna get into some calls. Okay. And if you do want to talk, 646-995-8389. If I do miss your call, I will call you back. All right. And call up show rules once again do apply. Okay. See if I get this brother on the line.
Yo.
JJ, what's going
What up,
on?
brother? What's good with you, man?
Hey, we 2 days, man. We back at it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So what's going on?
Yeah.
Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, I don't see a vocal leader in Brunson. I see someone who kind of leads on the floor, leads by example.
Okay.
Like, I don't see a rah-rah guy pumping teammates up. Not to say that's a bad thing. Everybody leads in their own way. But I don't think he's like a galvanizer. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
I agree.
yeah.
I agree. Now is he the one? Is he the one to take us to that promised land under his leadership as the number 1 guy?
That's
Not if we go get Giannis, but that is the question.
Man, Why you have to do that to me, man?
Hey, yo, this is real talk, man. This is Knicks
Nah,
Nocturnal. This
nah,
is what we
nah.
do on this show.
Facts. Nah, nah, it's a great question. All right, gun to my head, in a perfect world, 1B. I'm sorry. I'm
Mm.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Yo, listen,
You
we
know,
have to
uh,
respect your opinion.
yeah, 1B. A great, elite 1B.
Right.
You know, not a Carl Towns 1B. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
no. I don't think Towns is a one, but I think Towns is a clear two. And that may be, to some people, they might debate that.
Right.
Now,
Right,
I know
right.
I don't want to go there because I was the one that was kicking this narrative in the back, pretty much when they say size. Oh, he's good for the guy who's undersized. He's
Right.
undersized. Like, is it the size? Is the size an issue?
Um, not to me, not necessarily. Not really, to be honest. I don't think it's a big issue. Not really. Not
Okay.
really.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what's your thoughts on the player only meeting?
All right, so I'm gonna say this. Like, I kind of been thinking about that, and I kind of think it's convenient because look who we play tomorrow, right? Like,
Okay.
I see
Mm-hmm.
that in sports all the time, where you only call, you only call a meeting when you're the next day you're playing a bum team. I see it in baseball all the time. You never see a
Right.
team meeting in basketball when you're playing Oklahoma City. You think he would call a team meeting if we were playing OKC tomorrow or
No.
Detroit? He's very slick,
Probably not. Yeah.
very slick. You know what I'm saying? In baseball, if someone's playing the Dodgers, do you see a team meeting when the team's struggling the day before? No, because you're going to lose and you're going to
Mm.
look bad. So I'm going to call a team meeting. We'll beat the bum Nets by 30. And I'll say, oh, see, look, I got the team back on track by my team meeting. You know, very,
Wow.
very slick of Jalen Brunson. Very
Wow.
slick.
So give me your
So that's what
final
I
thought. Do we turn it around? Does the player mean after the next game, do we go on a run? Final words. Let's go.
final words. No, no.
Okay.
We'll beat the Nets. God for oh boy, if we don't, oh
Oh
man,
yeah, trades. I
you might
expect
have
a
to
big trade.
do a 24-hour show if we lose tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm going in. I might have to do 4 shows in one night. Yeah, you're
Facts.
right.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
don't
my
think it'll
brother.
do much in the long run. For tomorrow, maybe
Facts.
just because we're playing the Nets, but that's about it.
That's about it,
Yeah.
man. All right, JJ. I'll
All
be
right,
live
man.
tomorrow, man. You know
Yes,
it. So we
sir.
be
I'll
right back.
holler
I'm
at you,
here every
man.
day. All right, peace.
Facts. I'll holler.
Big
All right,
time
man.
salute.
Peace, brother. All right, man.
All right, get to another call. Man, yeah, keep the calls coming. 646-995-8389. We're talking about Jalen Brunson and his leadership. What say you? Is his leadership weak? Is he a weak leader?
Come on.
What's going on?
It's about time we had this conversation.
Uh-oh. Go ahead. I'm going to let you cook. You on the clock, brother.
Do I think Brunson is a weak Knicks captain? On the court, we see how he is during games, right?
Yes.
I'm sorry, brother. Using a podcast to call out the team is not leadership material.
Okay.
I went there tonight.
Let's
I'm
go.
sorry. I don't mind the podcast. Matter of fact, I encouraged them to podcast. I'm going to tell you why. There's a lot of stuff we can be addicted to. And
That's
I'd
true.
rather have the captain and Joshua do their podcast over doing drugs any day of the week.
Mm-hmm.
So I
That's
don't
a
have a
fact.
problem with the podcast. But when you're going into this season down 2-8 with the podcast, that's kind of a bad look.
Fact.
And
Facts.
I think
I agree.
voicing your opinion on it and talking about what goes on behind the locker room, while I find value in it, I think it's a bad look either way. Because the teammates need to hear that in front of them.
That's
So
facts.
do I think Brunson's a weak captain? No, absolutely not. I think he's a good captain on the court. Off the court, no problems, no nothing. But I need to see that fire come out of him when they're down in that stretch. And I feel like I haven't seen that from him this year.
So what do you think happened in that huddle? You think the guys were responding to him when he called everyone together? I mean, we know on the court it didn't work, but do you think they at least made him feel like they acknowledged him?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Wow.
And that's what
Wow.
disappointed me. That's not Brunson's fault, I feel like.
Right.
For a
Yeah,
couple of reasons.
100%.
One, they were all having an off night. Two, they were frustrated. Three, but when you're all of that, who do you look towards? Your captain. Ignoring your captain, that's not on Brunson. That's on them.
That's true. That's definitely true. I mean, it has to be on them. I mean, they're all professionals, right?
Exactly.
So
You got to
this
figure
is
it
the
out on
first
your own. And
time.
Brunson apparently did have a players only meeting with them.
Right. So what's your thoughts on that?
If I was him, I probably would have cussed their asses out one way or the other. I mean, he probably went in on them behind the scenes. But here's another thing. Come on.
Yeah.
Ian Bagley dropped a report saying that the Knicks players aren't bought into Mike Brown's system. I'm sorry. Where was this talk when they were doing good in the first half?
I was going to talk about that in the morning, Yuri, but I mean,
Nah.
yeah.
If they lose this game tomorrow, Karan, and I'm saying if, and I'm assuming they are going to lose this game tomorrow.
Wow, like that? Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you what. Karan, I'm a huge Knicks fan. Been one since 2010.
Right.
You know that.
Right.
Been one longer than me. When I see a team get blown out by 30 points, I turn off the game. And I say to myself, is it even worth being a fan of this team right now?
Ooh, you going there, Yuri, man? Oh, man. Listen, Yuri, I think
Am I wrong for saying that?
No, you're not wrong. It's fine. I mean, that should be your real feelings. I think we will be all right, though, brother. I think that we can still turn it around. I know it sounds crazy right now, but I told y'all I think they're going to be able to bounce back. I think the loss last night was exactly what they needed, man. But Yuri, man, I appreciate your call, brother.
You expect me to be real? I'm being real with you. That's for sure.
I appreciate the realism, brother. I will be here tomorrow night as well, and probably in the morning. So we'll talk more about this. All right, Yuri?
Absolutely.
Big time salute. All right. I'm definitely gonna get back into the calls. I think, keep the calls coming. If I miss your call, I will get back to you. I think both Yuri and JJ had some really good things to say. What say you? Call up after these.
Real question. Do you actually know basketball or do you just watch it? Because most fans watch games and talk, but they're not breaking anything down. No tracking, no documentation, no real analysis, just reactions and baseless opinions. 82 Nights changes that though. Over 200 pages to analyze what you're watching, track rotations, break down patterns, highlight players, take actual notes. That's how you go from someone who watches to someone who knows. That's how your basketball IQ levels up. Link in chat, hardcover or soft, stop guessing, start documenting today.
Listen, y'all, go get the 82 Nights, the soft cover for only $37 right now. It's on sale. So go cop that, man. I'm about to get back into some calls. You can keep the calls coming, 646-995-8389. Of course, if you can't get on the line because it's late and whatever, you could always send in that super chat or something to the Cash App, and I definitely will respond to your message live on the phone. So I got a whole bunch of calls. Getting to all these guys now. Salute.
Hello?
How's it going, brother?
How you
Take
doing?
your name and let the
brother?
people know where you're calling from, man.
Yo, so my name's Biz from Orange County. How you doing, brother?
Salute, Biz from Orange County. Another good caller, man. I'm doing all right, man. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on with Captain, man, and how you guys feel about his leadership.
Well, I mean, what can he really do? You know what I mean? This is my problem. So I love Brunson. That's my guy, but I feel like he can't really say that much to the team though, like because his defense is not that great. You know what I mean? He's not a two-way player. You don't think?
Oh, good point.
Right? You don't think players are kind of looking at him like, not in front of him, but yo, this man don't even play defense. You know how it is, right?
Right? Yeah.
So, yeah, man, the team has been frustrating, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought we're, you know what I mean? Like I thought we're going over a good path, and then after this cup, I just don't know what happens to the team, man. I really don't. And
Unfortunate.
think it's more of an effort thing, man. I'm telling you, man, this all centered around Cat, man. It's crazy, man. It's center.
Okay.
I think he's the issue, man. We gotta get rid of him.
Is it because you believe Cat should be the guy, and because he's a center, usually the big men dominate? Is it because of that, or what else could it be if not that?
Well, the thing is, so if we talking on paper, yeah, I think Cat should be 1A, but Cat's too inconsistent even on his best days. I can't have them being a number 1 or 1B
Right.
option. You know what I mean? Being inconsistent with the way he plays. Because he'll
Right.
give you 30, 35 a night. You know what I mean? And the next night he'll give you like 6 or 8. And I think it's a mental issue, man. I really do.
Wow.
And
Wow.
it makes me think, man. Like, I know we didn't like Julius, right? But
Right.
his mindset was a little different than Cat, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we wouldn't have this bad of a slump with us. I'm not saying I don't want Julius on the team. I'm just saying like someone with a mindset, like,
Right. Yeah, he's gonna go hard. He ain't gonna just give you 2 points. You rarely see that from Randall.
Exactly.
Not 2 points. Yeah.
And you know what? All right, so Cat, if you're not playing well on offense, do something else for me. You know what I mean? Play some
Bingo.
defense, grab some rebounds. You know what I mean? Like I said,
Bingo.
he's had a couple good games here and there, and then you know what I mean? And then with Mitch too. Mitch is my guy. What's going on with him?
He had a decent first half the last game.
Yesterday.
Right.
Yeah, he had a good game yesterday, but other than that, man, I see the body language. He looks like he don't want to be there neither, man.
Listen, my last question for you, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Is Jalen Brunson the one? Is he the one? No, the one to lead us to the championship.
With this squad? Or
with
in general?
This squad or any squad. But with this squad we got now, yes, because that's all we got.
Man, I can't overreact. I'm going to say yes. I can't overreact.
Bingo. Okay, great, man. Great way to end the call. I appreciate you, brother. I will be back tomorrow. I'm here every single day, brother.
Oh, yeah, man. You keep pushing out content, man. I respect it, man. You morning and night, you know what I mean? I respect that.
I'm going hard, man. And sometimes in the midday, too. I do 3 a days if I have to. Something come up, I'm talking about it. So I appreciate you, brother.
Man. All right, well, I'll be watching, all right?
Big time salute.
Bye-bye.
All right. Got another good caller. I see all the good callers are calling up tonight, man. We got some heavy hitters in the house. Yeah, man. Keep these calls coming. 646-995-8389. Is Jalen Brunson a weak leader? What say you? Hey, what's going on? Keith from the ATL.
What's going on, bro?
Hey, man.
I know I only got a couple minutes. I'll make it quick. First and foremost, you're doing a great job. I appreciate it. I enjoy listening to you, especially late nights, and give me something to listen to. But
sir,
real quick, you know what this particular time reminds me of? There was a point in time where the hottest seat that Tibbs had ever sat on before he got fired.
Mm-hmm.
We went on a stretch very similar to what we're on right now. When we lost to Dallas on the road, and people were thinking, I think Tibbs one more loss, he might have actually gotten canned 3 years ago.
True.
But he went on that nice little run, and that kind of saved his job. Now, I don't think Mike Brown will be fired no matter what this regular season, because I believe it's just too much egg on Leon Rose and Dolan and World Wide West and everybody. The whole front office is just too much egg on their face to get rid of Mike Brown, especially 50, 60 games into the season. So I don't see that happening, but I do see a change coming as far as the roster is concerned if they don't get it together in a very short period of time and start playing a lot better than they're playing now. Whether it's, and I've been saying this since December. I've called you like 4 times since December, and I've said the same thing each and every time. This is not the same offense that started the season. Our lineup is constructed to a point where we have to have a good offense. It's hard enough to hide one bad defender. It's damn near impossible to hide two. I also said Tibbs, we all know if Tibbs was nothing else, he was a very prepared coach. Teams have never been more prepared than when they had Tibbs as the head coach. At Tibbs' worst, we were about a 12th ranked defense with Nerlens Noel guarding the rim. We were about a 12th at worst.
Facts.
Until Cat came.
Oh man, that's a whole nother topic.
And we go from a top 5 defense, top 8 defense at worst, to 18th, 19th in the league. We've had a full year and a half sample size of Brunson and Cat playing together. Defensively, I don't know that it's going to work. I hope, I wish I'm wrong, but I don't think that pairing defensively is going to work. And for whatever reason, the offense being completely different, it looks just like a Tibbs offense right now. It's like they don't look anything like they did to start the season. It looks a whole lot like 2024, 2023, 2022, which means they have not bought into the coach.
Hey man, yo, Keith, great call. You said some things that I was thinking about. The egg on the face, they won't fire him. All right. Even the Towns trade, I think if they trade Towns right now, it'll look like egg on the face.
Yep.
I appreciate your call, brother. But the one last question, I just want to yes or no. Is Jalen Brunson the one to lead us to the promised land? Is he the one?
By himself, no.
Okay. Respect. I respect that. I appreciate you, Keith.
All
Great
right, brother.
call.
Be safe.
I'm here every day. So whenever you could tap in, brother, you'll catch me. I'm here every day. All right.
I'm listening, even if I ain't on the chat, I'm listening.
Oh, yeah, I know. But you can't always call because you got work, whatever. But I'm here whenever you can.
All right, brother. Be safe. Keep up the good job.
Thank you. All right. That's my man Keith from the ATL. Salute to my man Esco of Harlem. He sent me a super chat. Brunson him, but no effort to play actual PG spot. Everybody ain't B. Is that B cat or B just okay? Everybody ain't B cat and Brunson on the all cry to the refs and not get back on defense team. You know what? Let me say something. That is his problem. He argues with the ref too much, bro. You gotta relax. Like it's to the point where the refs, it's like 8 on 5. And once again, to quote my man, you crying to the refs, Karl-Anthony Towns gets away with murder, bro. Trust me. Yeah, does he get fouled? Yes, he does. I'm not saying he doesn't. I'm not saying he doesn't have a point when he argues, because he does. They beating him up. But at the same time, bro, it's like holding in football. We can't call it every play. We got to call it when it stands out. But when you flailing them arms around and elbows and all, bro, you got to stop, bro. You leading the league in offensive fouls. I don't believe it's all bad calls. I really don't, because you get away with a lot. So, yeah, I agree with you, Esco. You know, he definitely got to quit crying to the refs. But as far as the PG spot with Brunson, I don't know. I mean, today, most point guards play like Brunson. They all getting buckets. You know, Brunson is still top 15 in assists. So I'm not going to say he doesn't pass the ball, but he does get his fair amount of shots up. But he's efficient. He always has a really good assist to turnover ratio. So I'm not really that mad at Jalen Brunson. But let me get back to some calls. And keep the calls coming, 646-995-8389. Get my man from LA back in the building. And if I do miss your call, I will get back to you. We do got a lot of callers.
Yep.
What's going on? LA in the house, man. By way of New York, what's good?
I'm good. I'm good.
Hey, I told you I'm going to be back, brother. So now we talking about captain, man.
It's captain, the weak leader. No,
Okay.
because Derek Jeter was not a weak leader.
Okay.
Tim Duncan was not a weak leader. Steph Curry is not a weak leader. Jokic was not a weak leader. I mentioned these players because those are the quieter leaders. Those are you don't really get their personality leaders, but you know they're leaders because the results show, right? They don't really Michael Jordan their leadership. They don't Kobe Bryant their leadership, but they're leaders. The
Right.
issue is, though, with Brunson's style of play, the players who play with him, I could see them not feeling like they're going on the journey with him. It might just feel like he's out there and they're just there looking because of his play style. I think
Okay.
that's a significant reason why I think all of us kind of emphasize his passing more could involve just emotionally. They could feel like they're going on that journey with him. And I think it starts getting even more highlighted in these losses because it's like, well, go up there and save us then. All right, leader. All right, Mr. Clutch, go out there and save us. And here's another thing, right? You asked the question about is Jalen Brunson the guy? Jalen Brunson is not, he's not the one. He's the Tony Parker, though. So amongst his peers in his era, he is definitely one of the best point guards in the league.
Right.
He's never going to be the one to lead you to a championship. You still need that Tim Duncan. You still need that, who I consider the most underrated player in the history of the NBA, Ginobili. You still need killers alongside Brunson.
Okay.
But he is still amazing at his job, independent of whatever's around him, because obviously he's taking us where he needed to take us. But in the history of the game, Dame Lillard ain't taking you to a championship, no matter how many points he scores. So I think that's the main thing. But as far as his leadership, he could definitely improve his style. And I think he's starting to see it because this is the first time he's going through adversity with the Knicks. It's like, hey, boss, how you going to handle this? Right? Here's another thing.
Right.
Here's another thing, and I'm gonna point this out, and I'm gonna use Draymond Green as an example. If we look at things in the most foundational form, the reality is our captain is an AAU kid in the NBA with his dad on the sideline. I bring that up because when Draymond Green was talking about his interaction with Cat, he belittled Cat so much that he spoke about how he talks to Cat's father. He's like, oh yeah, this guy don't talk to Cat. I talk to his OG. What does that have to do with Brunson? If I'm in the locker room and we're going through struggles, and my captain's daddy is in the locker room, and we've grown adults, it's like, okay, I mean, I guess when it's all going good, it's cool. But if we really want to break it down, your daddy talks for you, Brett. Your daddy talks for you. You know what I'm saying? So like, okay, I mean, what we talking? You know what I'm saying? So I think that's something that we should definitely look at, though.
Yo, D, I appreciate it. You brought something interesting to the conversation, his father, because it came up earlier too about Rick Brunson.
Right.
Maybe Rick, you know, we might have to do a show on Rick or a segment on Rick because because it could be something to that. Man, somebody brought up the fact that Dante said what he said to them.
Dante said, "This is what happens when they let you run the show."
Bingo. So, but I appreciate you though, D, man. Yo, great call as always. You know, I'm here every day. So whenever you want to call up, I'm here. All right. Big time salute. Yes, sir. Let's keep the calls coming. 646-995-8389. I got my other brother over here, my man Juan. Hopefully he could get on the line. Great calls thus far. I love it. You know, a diverse bunch of group of, you know, perspectives. How's it going? What's going on, Juan?
What's good, bro?
Hey, man. Yo, we here talking about Jalen Brunson and his leadership.
Yeah.
Is it weak? What say you?
I wouldn't say it's weak, but it could be stronger.
Okay.
Yeah. So like there's times I wish he like I don't know. Because when you are a smaller guy, I feel like you gotta speak up a little more because you know you get I don't know. There's a lot I could say. I think the biggest thing that's being overlooked, right, is how you have to construct over a guy like this, right? Because and everyone's been saying this particular thing, right? One bad defender, you can kind of cover it up. Two, that's
Right.
like that's what's killing us, right? And the best, thing you got to do is you got to get Jalen Brunson, all other guys to cover up his weakness is to be other defenders, right? You need four other
Right.
defenders to cover
I
up for
agree.
his. That's how bad it is, and it's only because he's not, he's small, so it's easier
Right.
to. It's harder for him to defend, especially how
Right.
big the league has gotten, right?
Right. And he
So,
always is guarding the bigger guys too, like the
right
Dyson Daniels and stuff like that.
then, yeah. So you need to surround him with defenders. That is the biggest, I think, thing that's been overlooked, and I think that was an over. For all the good that I can say about Leon Rose, I'm agree with you. He's got to be on the hot seat.
Let's go. Now we talking.
Yeah, he
Now
definitely
we
has to
talking.
be on the hot seat because when you're making a trade, you got to look at your best player's weakness, and like when you make the trade, like, all right, my top guy, like he should have looked at like Randall. All right, Randall can cover because he wasn't. I wish he would defend more, but he was like a horrible defender, right?
Right.
So I feel like he overlooked that part and just got like starstruck, like, oh, we need another star to win, without really looking at the deficiencies that he's also bringing a really big deficiency
Right.
as well. So like, yeah, that's the frustrating thing that I'm seeing, and then not being more aggressive on the offseason of Giannis. Like those are two things that are really making me agree with you that like they need to put a little bit of that fire under his rear. And it's so crazy that they're like, oh yeah, this team is championship material. Now we looking like
Mm-hmm.
we can't even
Playing
put,
material.
yeah, like like this is crazy. Like how much of a 180, like it started feeling good. And as I also shortening the line, like why I felt like it was better. Not to say like I agree with the part where you don't want to play 12 players, but when you had Kolik in this ball movie, he moves the ball. You need a guy like there in there because he helps move the ball. It gives other people energy. When
Right.
when people do a certain thing and it rubs off on them, right? So like
Right.
if you see OG defending and other guys like, yeah, I want to defend, and everybody's doing it, especially your best players, that rubs off on everybody. But that's also true in the other way. When Cat is lying on the floor and laying down and he's not getting back on there, that also rubs off you because he's one of the better players. So
Right.
they're gonna follow what the other that, and that's stuff that I wish JB would call out, right? He's like, don't come on, man. Like you see how Macau and OG looks at Cat all the time. They're
Right.
like, come on, bro. Like
They
get on
frustrated with
defense.
his defense. So I got
Yeah.
a question. This is the last one. Is it yes or no?
Mhm.
Is Jalen Brunson the one to lead us to the championship as captain and 1A?
1A, no.
Okay.
Yeah. You need another. Yeah.
Brother, I respect it. Yo, Juan, always great to hear from you.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
here every day, brother. So whenever you're ready to call up,
Oh, you already know.
you can. All right.
Yeah.
Big time
Peace,
salute.
bro. Peace.
All right. Salute. Definitely salute to my man Juan. If you can't call up, man, don't forget you could always send in a super chat or a cash app, and whatever message you write, I will read it and I will break it down. For those that can't call up, man, and I will return after these messages.
Most basketball fans watch games and talk loud, but they're not really seeing anything. They're reacting. They're repeating what they heard. They're not analyzing. They're not breaking it down. You want to be different? 82 nights. Over 200 pages where you document what you actually see. Break down rotations, track patterns, game to game, highlight the players making moves. When you put it on paper, you start seeing what actual fans miss. Your predictions improve, your insights get sharper, your basketball understanding jumps. You stop sounding like everyone else and you start speaking from knowledge. That's what this channel is about. That's what 82 Nights is about. Link in chat, elevate your game now.
Definitely go check out the link tree to get your copy of the 82 Nights, the official basketball intelligence system. We got the hardcover and the soft cover on sale now, and you could go check it out. Right. Get back to these calls. Got a couple of people that called in. Keep the calls coming, man. You guys are, doing really good tonight, holding it down. I do appreciate the support. And everybody in the chat, continue to smash that like button. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. And if you are a subscriber, consider joining the channel. Let me get my man on. I got a special call calling up, a hardcore Knicks fan plus channel member. Let's see if he still wants to talk to us. Hey, what's going on? J-Tap calling up.
What's good? What's cracking? Calling
Hey,
County,
man.
Eastern York, Brooklyn. It's good.
Hey, Kings County, Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying? We representing
Yeah.
all neighborhoods, man. Let's go, man. Jalen Brunson, man. Like, what's going on, man? I mean, people questioning his leadership. He calling for players only meetings. What say you?
And, when I first tuned in and I see the title of the broadcast, I didn't get upset, but I'm thinking like, why would you even question his leadership? Because in my opinion, there's two kind of leaders. Either you vocal or you lead by example. The guy shows up to play, plays for injury, shows up in big games, makes big shots, kills them in the playoffs. You know what I mean? But after a couple of calls tonight, I started thinking like, you know what? Maybe he is a little bit coddled. You know what I mean? He's like one of those new generation superstars that, has a pop up by his side the whole way.
I like that word, coddle.
The
I like that
AAU
word.
thing, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
With team to team, his dad's right there, and all his best friends are on the team and all other stuff or whatever.
Right.
Even though we're doing good, you know what I mean? But personally, I think it's time to rip the Band-Aid off, man. I think it's time to rip that Band-Aid off. Break up this Villanova thing. I don't care if the pop stays, you know what I mean? Which is good if it means he's going to play good, but Hart, he got to go. Bridges.
So now you say Hart has to go.
Now, he can stay. Here's my thing. If you can find a player good enough to put him to the bench, because he can't start on his team, man. I'm sorry. And the only reason why I think he's starting because his BFF is right there next to him. Put him on the bench. You know what I mean? Get somebody in there that can actually shoot, run, initiate a play some defense, because Hart can't play defense. He runs up and down the court really fast and gets a lot of rebounds.
Right.
He come off the bench with Mitch, and whoever else.
Right.
Start Deuce, like you said in the beginning. Start Deuce. Start.
I did say
Clarkson.
that.
Start Mo D. Start anybody else but Hart. He has to come off the bench because after all these games, how many years has it been with the same lineup, same starting lineup, two different coaches, same results? Hart just sit down. He's not a starting power forward. He's not a starting two guard. He's not a starting small forward. He's not a starting point guard. He's not starting anything. Get on the bench and play your role. And that's it.
Wow. Okay. I hear that.
And Mitch ain't going nowhere. You just get leave Mitch alone.
Yeah, well, I'm on his side. I'm on his side. So with that,
I'm looking just with a side eye on that one. But
I don't want to trade him. What you talking about? You know that. I don't want to trade him.
Yeah, but my thing is if you trade Mitch, I think you're just throwing in the towel in the season, because without Mitch, we're not winning nothing. I'm sorry to say, because we can't play Cat in the crunch time. We can't. He's unplayable in the crunch time. And if he's not hitting threes or doing anything offensively, I'm not saying what good is he, but you know what I mean? I don't want to trade him either. I want to see this team succeed as is.
Right.
But they making it hard on the brother, man.
It's me too. Because didn't I do a video? But J-Tap, didn't I do the video saying I think they're gonna go on a run?
Yeah.
I just did a video and they made me look crazy, man.
Hey my God. What are the next 8 games? I know it's Brooklyn and who else?
I'll pull it up. Yeah, I'll pull it up for you, man.
I can do the win-loss thing right now.
I'm gonna put it on the screen because I got my calendar here, but y'all can't see it. It's on the wall. But
I can't see the screen, so
yeah. But I'm gonna read it off for you,
right.
And to all those that's in the chat, so they could know as well. So we got Brooklyn, then we got Philly.
Loss.
Brooklyn tomorrow.
That's a win.
Philly on Saturday.
That's a loss.
Sacramento on Tuesday.
That's a loss. 1 and 2.
Damn. Toronto on Wednesday.
1 and 3.
Portland on Friday.
Oh my gosh. 1 and 4.
The Lakers on Sunday.
All right, forget it. Stop reading it. I'm done. I'm
All
good.
right,
I don't want to hear no more.
J-Tap.
I don't want to hear no more. They
Yo,
better snap out
J-Tap.
of it. This players only meeting. I don't care how many they had. If this was official or unofficial,
Right.
they better make something happen.
I
You know what I
agree.
mean?
That's why I said in the chat, I wasn't even going to argue with you in the Knicks State Matters Discord. I said, yo, man, it is what it is. It's bad no matter how we cut it. Whether it's the second team meeting or the first, it's bad.
It's not. It might even be OG. Think about it. You know, it might even be OG.
Mm-mm.
He might be the one beefing behind it. You know, he knows what championship team look like. He's probably beefing like, you know what?
Probably.
You're not
He
moving.
looked like he the one too, like to really like be the outcast or the one the renegade of the bunch, man. But yo,
Yes.
J-Ty, I appreciate you, man.
All right.
You already know how it goes. You in the Discord, you know, we gets it in, brother. I appreciate it though.
All right. Peace and love.
Big time salute.
Yeah.
That's my man J-Tap, Knicks State Matters Discord server channel member, and one of the first channel mods. See if I get this brother on the line. 646-995-8389. Call up and voice your opinion. Let me know how you feel. Hello, caller.
Hey, what's up?
How's it going, brother? What's your name and let the people know where you're calling from?
Hey, what's up? Good evening. My name is James from Queens.
Okay, salute, man.
Hey, what's up?
Queens in the house.
Yeah, hell yeah. Man, I mean, I feel like Brunson's a good captain, man. I don't know exactly I mean, I know we've had a stretch of like 10 bad games, but what exactly has Brunson done wrong? He like, you know, he I think the last game, I think like in the second quarter, he held that little meeting and stuff like that.
Right.
And I've seen clips of him behind closed doors. Like, he's not soft. Like, he's quiet, but he's not soft. And you can tell because his demeanor towards Towns, like, yo, he low-key sometimes treats Towns like a little kid. So I know in private, he does talk to them like on some serious stuff. But I mean, I don't know exactly what he's doing wrong. I mean, because you can't just put it on Brunson. It's like I think it's a lot of it has to do with Towns just looking like lethargic. I think he gets frustrated because he doesn't get the calls, and he kind
That's
of
the problem, brother.
And I feel like that messes up his mental a little bit.
Yes.
And he loses a little motivation. You know what I mean? And
exactly.
And it's always at the start of every game. He always complains like from the start. And who knows? Maybe like if he feels like the game starts off bad, like he's frustrated, man, that might mess up his because you know at the end of the game when we down like 10 and it's like 5 minutes left, you hear him, you see him smiling like you know when you smiling but like you mad.
Yeah, he's sarcastic.
Yeah, he doing that. So like it's like he don't even want to be. It's like not he don't want to be there, but it's like he don't even want to. Like he's just I don't know, and maybe that might feed into like why he's so like lethargic because he's so he could like he's had great defensive moments. Like I'm talking like I hear Mike Brown call blocked by Towns or like you might get an occasional steal. Like he has those moments, and honestly, like recently I've been seeing Towns not be in foul trouble, like compared to last year. Like recently, I've like there's been games where like I look at the box score and I'm like, oh damn, like only 2-3 fouls, and it's like in the fourth quarter. So I don't know. I feel like it's really like an effort thing with Towns. Like he can play defense, but man, he's like I know he's the type of person that's mentally fragile. You can see it in his emotions, like the way his body language. Somebody like Brunson won't get to that point.
Of course.
The only time I've ever seen Brunson change his game or like get to that point, like where it affects him physically. I think it was like game 5 against Boston in the playoffs. Where he got fouled out, and then I think he was like smiling at the camera in the jumbotron. You could see him like smiling because he got fouled out. Something like that. That's the only time I've ever seen him like visually mad. But Towns,
to get back to Brunson, because I did a show on Towns earlier. It's pretty good. I'm not sure if you checked it out, but my last question: yes or no? is Brunson the one to lead us to the championship?
I
Yes
think
or
so.
no?
I think so. I think so because we right now, listen, there's a lot of recency bias,
Right,
right? It's 10 games, but before that, what was it, like 23-9 or something like that?
right,
Like, and then Brunson, he in the play, we gotta think about like what matters, like the playoffs.
right.
He's never had a run. He's never had a run in the playoffs where he hasn't been like potentially the MVP, even if you did lose.
Great point.
Like,
Nah, great point. Listen, I agree, brother. Listen, I'm gonna lock in your name and your number so the next time you call, I got you,
mm-hmm.
brother. I appreciate it, man. Big time salute. Queens in the house.
Yes, sir.
All right. Yeah. I'm gonna say I didn't even get a chance to tell you what I think about Brunson. I think Brunson's one of the best leaders in the league. I think the team did bad. They're doing bad, but I mean, like the brother said, that was a great call. He said recency bias. You lose some games and now you start questioning everything. I'm not questioning Jalen Brunson. I don't really have much problem with Jalen Brunson, except for the fact that he is not the greatest on the ball defender, but he plays defense. He draws charges. I don't think his defense is a liability from a standpoint of you can't win with him on the floor because one, he's always dominating his matchup. I think part of the problem is because Towns gets into foul trouble. Now it's kind of like you have two weak links on the defensive end because Towns can't be aggressive. But then Towns will get back on the offensive end and get an offensive foul. But no, I think, that Jalen Brunson definitely is one of the best leaders in the league. And, if you can't call in, you could always send the super chat or Cash App. I'll read your message on the screen. Okay. And I do appreciate all the support. But yeah, I think Jalen Brunson is one of them ones, man. I mean, sometimes I get upset with him because of the Mr. Miyagi stuff, I call it, where he's like, oh, yes, if when Trae Young rolls the dice in the Garden, he wouldn't have rolled the dice had we won. Like that stuff right there, it gets me annoyed, but that's what a leader would say. Always taking the high road. Him and Josh Hart worked on their off days to come back early. His work ethic is unmeasured. Everyone talks about how hard he works, and he's always taking accountability. He never throws no one else under the bus. He always speaks in terms of we and trying to get the guys involved. And like behind the scene, I mean, you've seen Brunson. We can't act like we didn't see Brunson barking on people on the bench, right? He definitely has the propensity to keep it real with his guys. He called them all in. And notice, like, when Brunson be talking, he always got a towel up because he don't want y'all to hear how nasty his mouth is or the things that he does say because it's not meant for public consumption. Not everything is meant for the public eye. I remember when they had the last discussion, the team discussion, he said, yo, no one better leak no information out. And I don't think nobody leaked no information out because we never really got no insight as to what went on in the meeting. Even with this report from Ramona Shelbourne at 3:40 p.m., I didn't see a date and time as to when the meeting was going to be. That means everybody is on one accord. You don't got no leaks in the locker room. None whatsoever. So when we get a dude calling up from Detroit talking about he got the inside information because he do security, yeah, that's cap, bro. You ain't got no inside information. Stop and knock it off. You don't know what the hell is being said because even the points that he was making, my problem is that these guys are not more selfish. Like these guys are too passive. No, you take the shot. No, you take the shot. No, like all of that scared basketball is what I call it. Man, y'all better go take them shots, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be ever second guessing yourself in your game, bro. You know who you are. You know how you got there by playing your game. Only one that shows me most of the time that he ain't shook like that is OG. OG taking it to the back. He don't give a damn. He going to try to get to the cup no matter what. He might go 1 for 10. I take the 1 for 10 with him being aggressive going downhill versus a guy like Mikal, who sometimes this dude, he will hit 10 shots in the quarter, literally. And then the next 2 quarters, he won't take 1 shot, let alone make 1 shot, take 1 shot. And these guys are too selfless. You know what it is? They all got the bag. Mikal got paid. OG got paid, right? So when you all get paid, it's like, look at Mitchell Robinson, right? In the last couple of games, he out there because he know he need to get a contract, dog. This is the most healthiest you ever seen Mitchell Robinson, because he knows if he gets hurt, it's over, bro. So the money plays a role. And then nobody tonight said Jalen Brunson sacrificed not just $100 million. He sacrificed well over $160-70 million because he became all NBA. So he was eligible for the Supermax. And guess what? If he would have said, yo, I need all my money, like how SGA said it, like how Luka said it. I mean, all the superstars that signed their bag, they all getting Supermax contracts. Ain't nobody leave nothing on the table. Not one of these so-called leaders. Not one of these so-called captains. I mean, people don't really use the term captain. That's why I went with leader. That's why I'm mentioning leader, because everyone, wants to be a leader. Some, the leaders are chosen. It's not something that you say you are. And Jalen Brunson was chosen to be the leader for a reason. You feel what I'm saying? He put his money where his mouth is, though. He sacrificed hundreds of millions of dollars. Are you hearing me? I mean, real sacrifice. Not Mikel's sacrifice. Oh, he sacrificed $5 million. That's not sacrifice. That's negotiation, dog. A sacrifice is I gave up I gave up Mikel's whole salary. Yeah, that's what I gave up. His whole salary. It's a big difference between the two. You talk about captain, you talk about leadership, talk about never being satisfied, right? They win the game. Oh, it's still work to be done. Yes, we still got to improve on this. We're always working to get better. I mean, the brother always got some wise to say. He sounds wise beyond his years, to be honest. I would want a captain like Jalen Brunson. Just because he takes shots, that means that he's not a captain. To all the people who think that, you guys are wilding, man. I mean, the truth of the matter is, Jalen Brunson, he does galvanize the groups. He does talk to the guys, like one of the brothers said earlier. You're just not privy to all the conversations because they have a policy of keeping things in-house. The most details we ever got about Knick business was when Tibbs got fired. That's the only time we found out the players, they said they didn't want to play for him, and Dolan was in on the meet. That's the only time we got that information. And I do believe the Knicks wanted to leak it out, because if they just fired Coach Tibbs and we don't know the reason why, a lot of us would be like, yo, why you fired the brother? Because, the man won 51 games, took you to the Eastern Conference Finals the first time in 25 years, and you let that man go? So they had to put those articles out. See, this is a business, and politics always makes the business a little bit dirty, man. And, it is what it is. It comes with the territory. But we're lucky to have a superstar like Jalen Brunson, because there's no other star like him in the league. No one is ever going to sacrifice that much money just to bring their buddies here and then watch one of his buddies get traded to another team, which is a whole nother topic. So if you ask me, I'm taking Jalen Brunson over most of these guys. Jalen Brunson, yes, we know based on his size and his ability on the ball, he's not the best defender. No one. But how many times you see Brunson go up against a bigger dude and get a stop? Like he got a stop on Cooper Fly the other night. How I know that? Because I got it in my 82 nights. Go get yours, the official basketball intelligence system. So you could be on point. But he got a stop the other night on Cooper Flag. Nobody talks about that. Nobody talks about him drawing charges when they say he don't play defense. There's multiple aspects to defense. On the ball is one aspect to defense. It's one of the most important aspects, but it's not the only aspect of defense. You got pick and roll defense. You might have somebody good on the ball, but now don't know what to do on pick and roll. Don't know how to ice the defender, right? Don't know how to properly get under the switch, get over a screen. You could be great on the ball, but there's other aspects to defense you may be weak at. What about schemes? What about, okay, we run in the 2-3 zone. Do you know your spot on the floor? I mean, there's a lot of aspects to defense. So, and it's not just one thing. So, I feel like Jalen Brunson works hard. somebody did make a good point. I thought that was an interesting point that, oh, well, he doesn't play defense, so why would I listen to him when I play defense? I think that's an interesting point. The only problem is, I guarantee you, none of those guys work as hard as him. I'm willing to bet as much bread as you want that if you look at what Jalen Brunson's workout regimen is, you wouldn't even dare to have a conversation with him about defense. Because basketball is more than just about defense. And when you guys want to play the no, you take a shot, no, you take a shot, Jalen Brunson gets the ball, and guess what? He takes the shot. And y'all might say he's not a point guard because of that, or he shoots too much. It is what it is. I'm going to say this. I do think he could be a 1A leading a team to a championship. I'm not 100% sure it's this team. And it's not because Jalen Brunson's any lack of ability in his game, nor an indictment against him. I just think that you got a whole bunch of other dudes on this team that don't play no defense. And usually, if you have a star player like Jokic who doesn't play defense, I'm going to do what Denver does. Everybody else around him and Murray, they got to play defense. I mean, it's simple. It's a simple strategy to have. You should not have nobody else who you got to cover for on defense, and then you got to play a weak-ass zone defense, and that's another reason why you're getting torched. Notice how anytime the Knicks go to zone defense, the other opposing team hits like 5, 6, 7, 8 threes in a row. Zone defense, size, I believe, poor transition defense, I think are the main reasons why we just suffer on three-point defense. But is all of that Jalen Brunson's fault? No. Just because things are going wrong is not necessarily an indictment on him because he can't control what the other guys do. He can't control the fact that Mikal Bridges only averages like 13 points in the last 10, 11, 12 games. There's nothing he could do about that. He could have a conversation with him. But if Mikal doesn't want to go out there and be aggressive and demand the ball, think about it. When RJ Barrett was on this team, he's the only Knick, he and Randall, the only two Knicks I seen demand the ball. Demanding the ball is like this, hands up. You don't see nobody with their hands up when you watch the Knicks. You rarely see a dude with a, even Towns, put your hand in the air. Give me a target. Then get mad and say, oh, well, y'all not giving me the ball. When's the last time you went like this? With the other hand like this, ceiling. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this, Towns. No, this is a foul. No, just keep it like this. That's it. Bodega. See, I'm representing for Towns. See that? Bodega Cat. You can't really see it because of the overlay, but I'm representing for Towns. If you want to see it, go to the link tree. Click on the merch. We do got merch as well. And it's actually on the channel too. So you might see it right underneath the video. But nonetheless, you know, I think Jalen Brunson is a phenomenal leader. And if you disagree with that, then I just don't know what to tell you. I think that if he had just some better defenders, this team would be way better. But we have what we have, man. Definitely, if you want to call, to me, call up 646-995-8389. Tell me I'm capping. Tell me I'm bugging. Tell me what you think about what I'm saying or what I'm sharing. You guys could also, hit the super chat or the Cash App, and I definitely will get back to you and read exactly what you guys have to say. I do appreciate you guys no matter what. Tomorrow morning, be on the lookout. We will be doing the Blue and Orange Breakfast Show. Okay? So I'll be talking about this Nets game. The Nets, I'll tell you right now, off rip, if we lose to the Brooklyn Nets, somebody's getting traded. 100%. If we lose to the Brooklyn Nets, bro, I'm going to come on here and I'm calling Leon Rose out. 100% facts. I just peeked at my man. Salute at my man, Hotline Bling, channel member. He said Wingstop not good enough. It's not that Wingstop's not good enough, my brother. It's the fact that Wingstop, they're out of position, one. I don't think OG Anunoby is a power forward, not at least a long-term option at power forward. And two, I think Mikal Bridges defensively looks a lot better because he's not guarding the point of attack. But when you put Josh Hart out there, he's now back guarding the point of attack. And I just feel like Wingstop is good off the ball defensively. I think OG is probably a better on the ball defender than Mikal, especially when going up against guys with size. But I think Wingstop needs to be one player. And then you get a real power forward and a real two guard. That's how I would build a team. Just saying. Just my take. But I'll be back after these messages. So before I get back to the content, I do want to let you guys know I created a new Linktree page, linktree.com/theobjectivefan. All you got to do is go there, check it out. I got all types of stuff on there. You can send me a super chat. You can buy 82 Nights Journal, everything that I'm pushing, my Substack link, my YouTube link, my TikTok. If you want to connect with me more, want to get my email address, everything I'm pushing is directly on linktree.com/theobjectivefan. Definitely go check it out. Scan the barcode, link in the description, links everywhere, and you will be able to access more of me. Now I'll let you get back to the content. But before I do, don't forget to subscribe, like the channel, like the video, so more people can check out the video. But also, if you are a subscriber, consider joining the channel. Yes, sir. Definitely check out the Linktree. That's where it goes down. Everything that we have going on, from the sponsors to the super chats to the promo packages. Definitely go check it out on Linktree/theobjectivefan. Once again, we do appreciate your support. Salute to the super producer Maxine in the building, representing and holding it down, man. I mean, what say you? I mean, do you agree with me? Is Jalen Brunson really that dude? I'm saying he is. I think Captain is what New York City needed, but we need the right people around him. And I'm not sure if we have the right people around him. Like, there's no reason why Jalen Brunson should be playing with guys his size. I'm going to keep it real. No one should be his size. It's sort of what Atlanta tried to do with Trae Young, where they had nothing but 6'8", 6'7", 6'9" guys all around them, using their length, defending in space, and, you know, protecting Trae Young. You know, Atlanta has a solid defensive team. And I think the Knicks could learn from that model. And that's where, you know, I feel Leon Rose needs to go. He needs to get guys with size that can cover up where Jalen Brunson lacks, which is just on the ball defense. He gives efforts. You know, he draws charges. Yeah, he needs somebody who can be that guy. He needs a bunch of guys that can really defend on the perimeter, and he doesn't need to be on the below the break in a zone defense. You know, trying to cover an area on the floor. I just don't feel like that's where Jalen Brunson belongs on defense. And then it makes it harder for teams to run pick and roll with him, because now his big man would be hopefully a decent pick and roll defender. And is Towns that? I don't know. Sometimes he gets caught doing crazy fouls, bro. And when you're fouling like that, it definitely hurts where you are. Here's what my goal is, though. I hope that the player-only meeting works and they go on a 9-game winning streak. That's my hope. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but that's my hope. Hello, Moses. What's going on tonight?
Man, I don't know, man.
Man.
I don't know.
We talking about Jalen Brunson, right? What would you say? Is he a weak captain? Is he a weak leader? What say you?
It's hard to tell, you know, but you have to understand that, like I told you before, he needs like a Batman. I don't think that he needs like a Robin star to play with him, you know?
Right.
Because I don't think Cat is a second option in the team. Again, I think Cat is like a third option. I'm not saying I don't like him,
Right.
but I mean, I think he's like a third option, you know?
Okay. I hear that. As far as if you gave Brunson a real second option, he would be the one to lead us to the championship?
Well, it would take both, you know.
Hmm.
'Cause
Oh,
one
so not
player,
just his leadership, not just his leadership,
no, not
the
just,
leadership of all the top guys.
yeah. Because again,
Good point.
you can't do it by yourself, you know.
Not
Jordan
good
didn't
point.
do it by himself.
No.
Kobe didn't do it by himself. LeBron didn't do it, but well, partially, but he didn't really do it by himself.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Now you're right. Nobody did it by, not even Tim Duncan, not even Hakeem Olajuwon. They had some really good players that was there with them. You know, whether or not, you know, they had to sacrifice their games, they were really good. Go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, who are they gonna get in the deadline?
Yo, I mean, honestly, there's a lot of options. I did a show earlier. I'm not sure if you got a chance to see it, but I was talking about Towns and the fact that there was reports that the Knicks may have just dropped his name to other teams and potential deals. Not that they're shopping him, but his name might have came up in certain discussions. That's the reports from Popper from
I don't think he's
Newsday.
going anywhere.
Okay.
I don't think he's going anywhere. I just wish that before they got Towns, if they would have had a way to get Walker Tesla here, man, I just wish that.
I like Walker Kessler. He's a problem. Nice young talent.
But unfortunately, we ain't got the size to get him.
Yeah. Well, the real reason why we don't got Walker Kessler is Danny Ainge. That's a whole nother topic. He would never do a deal with New York where New York benefits. And he would never send us Walker Kessler unless he feels like he could fleece us, maybe for draft picks. That's about it.
How many years he got left?
He's a restricted free agent, and I think he's going to be out of Utah. But I think they're going to try to trade him, though. I think they're going to try to sign and trade him, even though he could honestly do what he wants to do. But I wouldn't be surprised if you see Kessler in a sign and trades to somewhere.
Like basically this summer, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, but even though he's a restricted free agent, they still have to do a sign and trade, right?
Well, if the goal if Ainge is saying I need to get something for you, I will help the other team sign you, but they need to send me something. That's why I'm assuming that. But that's assuming if Ainge still has it. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate you, Moses, man.
Yeah, man. Yo, one last
Great
thing.
calls.
I feel like before they got Towns here, I feel like that the team that we had before Towns got here, the chemistry was perfect.
I feel you. Hey, we'll never know, man. But I appreciate you, Moses. Big time salute. That's my man Moses calling up. Salute to all the vampires, man. You guys, man, I keep telling Maxine, man, that we got to do late shows because the vampires, they need content too, man. Big time salute to everybody that's still in the building. We also got a lot of people that's on the West Coast or in Central as well. So, big time salute to you guys where it's a little earlier. Us on the East Coast is like 1 o'clock right now. But, yeah, keep the calls coming, 646-995-8389. I think Moses has an interesting point because this is what I said earlier, too. I said, we never get to see these guys go. This is why I always bring the energy back to Leon Rose. You're trading teams and things before we got to see it unfold. Maybe the argument is, well, before it hits the fan, I want to go get off of it where it may be harder to do it later. But at the same time, these guys, they won 12 out of 14 games. And Jaime Jaquez threw the man out the air, dislocated his shoulder, and man, gone. Hey, Dogasaurus Rex, what's going on, brother?
How you doing, man? Good evening.
Good evening. Well, good night, late night. But yeah, I hear you. How's it going, man? We'll say you. Is Jalen Brunson, is he a weak captain or a weak leader? What say you?
Look, I have criticisms of JB, but I just want to be clear. I've never, ever said, like, he can't win a championship. He's not good enough to go the distance.
Right.
You know what it is? I think, like, we all know that he's good, right? And he knows that he's that good, right? But there comes a certain point where even Michael Jordan had to learn it, right? That you have 5 people on the court. It's not a one-player game. You need a team
Right.
to win. So I understand that he gets in his own way sometimes. It's really that simple. And I think like he needs to, you know what he needs to do? He needs to watch the ECF. He needs to rewatch the entire ECF and see how, because he was so on his own a lot of the time, the Pacers picked him apart. You know, he had 6 turnovers in that game 6. And that's not to say that he's bad. That's not what I'm saying. It's that you need help. You need help out there sometimes. And it can't just be you. That's it, you know?
No, 100%. 100%.
So everybody's talking trades lately. It's usually like, I really don't like to look at trades as a solution because I feel like that's, you know, people want to talk 2K trades and nonsense stuff. We're going to get Giannis, this and that. We have no assets, so that's ridiculous. There is one trade I would like to propose that I think is simple. I checked the math, everything works. So I would trade Gershon Yabusele to the Chicago Bulls for Dalen Terry. Now, who is Dalen Terry? He is a 6'7", one of the fastest players in the entire NBA. He's top 10, top 5 for speed. He's at 6'7", he is faster than Tyrese Maxey. He is a very capable ball handler. He played point guard in Arizona. He had a 4-to-1 assist turnover ratio. He's a very capable point of attack defender, and he's shooting about 34% from 3. So the Bulls, they drafted for talent, not fit, right? So if you look
of course.
If you look at who they have Josh Giddey, they have Ayo Dosunmu, they have Isaac. They have a bunch of great guys. I mean, this guy, I think he's good, but he's not going to play ahead of Josh Giddey.
Right.
If you compare, for example, I looked up the numbers. Ayo Dosunmu, he has a reputation as a good defender, right?
Right.
I looked up his numbers. He's actually a negative defender. And that was shocking to me because I always thought, oh, he's a good defender. If you look at the numbers, he's a liability defensively, actually. So his numbers are good. He's a better scorer, for sure. That's not the question. But on the defensive end, he would actually be another defensive liability. So I'm usually not a guy to propose. And also the reason why would the Bulls take Yabusele, they have no power forwards. And not only that, but all the power forwards they have are either injured or very like slender and slim. They're the one team in the NBA that could actually use some girth and mass. Pause. So I think it's kind of a no-brainer for them. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. Now we good.
Noah Senge's out with the whole season injured. You have Buzelis, who you don't want to be like slamming with centers in the post. Julian Phillips, who's also injury-prone and slender. They have like a bunch of toothpicks over there.
What about Patrick Williams? Is he out too?
No, but he's like skinny and he's sometimes injured. You know, they have nobody that like
a lot.
Yeah, and they have nobody that can like stay on their spot. You know what I mean? They just get knocked off. And also the flip side of why would they get rid of this guy? So they see him as like a failed whatever. I personally think if you look at his defense, the first defensive highlight in his defensive highlight compilation is playing defense on Jalen Brunson without fouling. So we already know not a lot of people can do that. You know,
I'm familiar with the kid. Yeah, I'm familiar with the kid because they played us twice. So, but I appreciate you, Dogasaurus. Great call. I like that trade idea too.
It makes sense. And even beyond that, so another reason why the Bulls would do it is if they don't trade him. First of all, they lose him for nothing. But second of all, they have a $16 million cap hold just for retaining him. So even though Yabusele is a player option, they still save like $10 million just by trading this.
Bingo.
So there's no reason for them not to do it.
Great call. I appreciate you, man. Great call. I like that trade. I'm going to look into it.
I think it's a good one. I'll see you.
All right. Yes, sir. Keep the calls coming. 646-995-8389. Call up, voice your opinion. Interesting trade. I don't think I heard no one ever mention that kid's name. I remember seeing him when I was doing my scouting, and I saw him again when I was watching somebody else. And I'm like, yo, that kid got some potential. I just don't know if he could help us in a postseason. You know, we need guys with experience, but the kid is talented though. Yeah, he's definitely talented. And he's 6'7". You know how I feel about the guys 6'7", 6'8", 6'9". Those are the guys you need on your team. So if you could get one of those guys, and hopefully he can play in Mike Brown's system, which is a whole nother quagmire question mark. You know, I hope that the Knicks can go, make that happen, man. As far as he said something else too, I want to touch on. He said, damn, what was it? Was it about Towns? I gotta start writing this stuff down. But he said something I wanted to touch on that I had slight pushback on. But so good. Salute to my man Parrish Duggar. I appreciate the super chat. He said, I do Cat and OG for Giannis and Ryan Rollins. And Kuzma, oh, you really think they're gonna give up Ryan Rollins? I don't know. They might need to keep Ryan Rollins because they don't got a point guard. Unless you're going to throw Deuce in the deal too. Then you might be able to get Ryan Rollins, who really competes on D. Yeah, I like Ryan Rollins. I do. I just don't know if you're going to be able to get him because they're going to need a point guard. But honestly, though, if I could get Giannis, I don't give a damn who we got to get with him because I'm looking at that's a great start. But man, the only problem, another issue with your deal, I think OG makes too much money for that to work. I think Kuzma's around the $30 million mark. And I don't think Rollins, I'm not sure about Rollins' contract, but I'm pretty sure Rollins doesn't make $10 million. If he does, then it'll work. But he has to make like over $10 million for that deal to work on Milwaukee's side. On our side, we're good because we can take back less salary than we send out. So we could always do that. And also Milwaukee, they're not an apron team either. So they don't have any apron rules, so to speak. But I'm curious to know if whether or not they're willing to part with Rollins. I think that would probably be the only holdup in that deal. I did see some mock trades that had Kuzma and Giannis coming together, but don't forget, you're going to have to take his brothers. and we already gave up the two-way spots for the other brother. But, you never know. Maybe Leon Rose waves the guy we just signed, Dylan Jones, to go get Giannis's brother or bring Giannis's other brother in the trade too, because I think he's on the two-way contract since I last checked. I don't know. But I think that's an interesting deal. I actually like that. I actually like that. And salute to my man Hakeem for the super chat as well. He said, bro can't be the number one option on the championship team. He's 5'11", short arm, slow, and one of the worst defenders in NBA history. Damn. Bro, with Cat on defense is basically 3-on-5. Damn. Get Giannis with OG, a defensive juggernaut. Hey, listen, the last part of your super chat, good sir, you got me. I agree with that. Giannis with OG, I'm taking it. But as far as Jalen Brunson, the height thing, I can't say that you're wrong because history is not on my side. You only got two small point guards that led their team to a championship. I went back and I looked at the brother, Lenny Wilkins. But Lenny Wilkins was like 6'4", so he doesn't even count. Lenny Wilkins is not a small guard, right? And so because of that, I can't really argue that point. But I don't think he's the worst defender in NBA history. I mean, where do you rank? I can't even think of the one that. What about Steph Curry? I mean, Steph Curry gets steals, but he's not a good on the ball defender. I wouldn't say Steph Curry is better on the ball than Brunson. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I would say that. I think Steph Curry plays the passing lane, and he definitely is a threat. Steph Curry gets steals, believe it or not. Steph Curry will get in that lane and get some steals, and you better be careful because he's sneaky. He'll come around and take the ball. But Brunson draws charges, and Brunson does a decent job helping too. Like he can help and trap. He definitely does a decent job of that, and Brunson puts the effort on defense. That's something that Luka does not do. Facts. No effort on defense. So, but hey, I'm riding with your last point. Salute to you, my man Hakeem. Yeah, great chat. I like that last point. He said, get Giannis with OG. Yep. Definitely. If you can't call up, I know it's late, but if you can't call up, you can send a super chat in, and I definitely will take the time to read it because I know it's late. Some of you guys can't call up, or you can also send the Cash App too if you're not feeling the super chat. Either way, I appreciate it, and big time salutes to all of the people who sent this something tonight. As far as to bring it back to Jalen Brunson as well, I feel like what we all kind of agree on, whether or not we believe he can take us to the promised land, he needs the right team around him. And I don't know if this team is the right team. I really don't know. You got too many short guys. This would look a lot better if you had a Dyson Daniels on your team. If you had a Herb Jones on your team. I'm saying someone with height that could defend. Well, Dyson Daniels can't really shoot the three like that. But Herb Jones, prior to this year, that's what he said. He spoke about the sumo. The sumo, he said, is a bad defender. This is why I always say stats with context. If you're on a bad defensive team, more than likely your defensive rating is trash because it also is based on team matchups. I love defensive rating. It's a great stat. But the fact of the matter is that if you're on a bad team and your differential, especially is negative, is bad, your net rating is trash, individual net ratings will be hard to come by. So just because the sumo has a bad rating on defense doesn't mean he's a bad defender. If you took the sumo and you put him in OKC, I guarantee you his rating will look a lot better. And another thing too about defensive rating and offensive rating, well, defensive rating, let's just stay there. It doesn't explain or account for the quality of the offensive opponent. So if you're going up against SGA every night, Trae Young every night, your defensive rating is going to be high. Doesn't mean you're a bad defender. So to my man Parrish Duggar, he said, don't judge Stars defense in January and February. That's true too. Hey, yo, Parrish Duggar, that's a bar right there. Don't judge the Stars defense in January and February. That's a huge fact. Because also, you got to understand, right? It's 82 nights, right? You know, pun intended. It's 82 nights. You feel what I'm saying? Well, 83 for us because we went to the Cup. But you're not going to get consistent, pretty basketball. Even OKC went through a tough spell, right? It didn't look as bad as our tough spell, but I agree with him. And they said this on the Roommates podcast that January is always the hardest month. You come off the break, you know, and now it's like you get some time off, especially if you don't go to the Cup championship and those things. And now you got to come back, and it's like January also is a lot of games in January, boy. A lot of games. So that's why I agree with what Parrish Duggar said. You know, you don't judge a Stars. Also, let's keep it real. Nobody gives a damn about a Stars defense. Nobody cares the fact that Luka don't play no defense. Nobody cares about the fact that Jokic don't play no defense. As good as a defender as SGA is, no one would say because he plays defense, I'm putting him ahead of Jokic for MVP. It's a qualification that people, we always talk about defense, but no one really values it on that level. When you really sit down and you really put it together. So, I'm riding with you, Parrish Duggar. Big time salute. Keep the messages coming. Keep the calls coming. Listen, man, I'm a vampire, and I got a morning show. I'm going to talk about these Brooklyn Nets. Should the Knicks be concerned? The Brooklyn Nets, they're coming. I don't know. We got to see what the results of this. Honestly, y'all, I'm going to keep it real. Jalen Brunson, man, you talk to your guys, we better win by 40 tomorrow. The Nets are a bad team. I know I said Dallas was a bad team. I know, and we lost, but Dallas was actually playing some good ball. I mean, it's hard to say Dallas was playing good ball, but they did have 2 wins before us, and they were kind of feeling themselves. The Nets are 1-5. They won 1 out of their last 5 games. It's a different monster. Now, they do got a guy who I'm worried about, Cam Thomas, but I'll talk more about that tomorrow. But Parrish Duggar set it off. Hakeem got me with the Giannis part, though. That Giannis part, I would love to see Giannis with OG. Whew. Now that's like forward stop, power forward stop, small forward stop, not going nowhere, not wing stop. But Giannis is someone who he could very well be Defensive Player of the Year on a random year. He plays hard on both ends of the floor. You cannot replicate that. So him with OG on the defensive end, yeah, I take it. I take it. But yeah, all this talk about defense, man. I don't see them use the same arguments for Luka, man. And I think it's because he's 6'9". Oh, 6'9". He plays no defense. Jokic plays no deep. When I'm telling you Jokic plays no defense, all you have to do is watch Jokic in pick and roll defense. Just look what he does. He probably has the worst drop coverage in basketball, bro. But no one talks about it because you know why? Because his offense is incredible. He's probably, if you think about his game, I'm not saying him as a player, but his game as a center, if you just look at the way he plays, he'd probably be top 3 all time. Just the way he gets to it. Like no other center got a bag like that where they could play point guard, dribble the ball, go down low in the paint, even though he doesn't stay down there a lot. Then go outside, hit a 3, set pick and roll, pick and pops. Not too many centers could do that in the history of basketball. Yeah, he's one of the best all time. Not the best, not top. I don't know where to put him. I'm not even going to rank him, but he's definitely one of the best. And no one talks about his defense. You know what it was with Denver? They had the right group of guys around him, and that's what I'm questioning with Brunson. Do we have the right group of guys around him? I don't think Leon Rose built this team around Brunson's skill set. I don't believe it. I think he did, I'm going to go get your homeboys, and then I'm going to go get Bodega Cat, and we're going to put it together. And it's a good team, but is it a great team? How confident are you that we're going to win the championship? That's why these brothers like Hakeem keeps bringing up Giannis's name. You feel what I'm saying? Like it only makes sense if you ask me. So, yeah, man, we got more in store after these messages, man. Let's keep.
The Objective Knicks fan is officially partnering with creators and brands this year. If you have a product, service, business, or personal brand and you want exposure to thousands of passionate New York Knicks fans, turnkey promotional opportunities are now available. Here's what's being offered. Ad rotations, a 30-second ad placed throughout a full episode, including the opening and mid-show breaks. Maximum visibility with links in the description, reaching both live viewers and replay audiences. Now we have the Business Spotlight, a full 30-minute interview feature highlighting your brand, your journey, and how fans can support you. Includes logo placement in the thumbnail, direct links in the description, cross-promotion across platforms, and permanent evergreen content on the channel. And last, we have co-host opportunities, where you can appear as an official co-host on the Blue and Orange Breakfast Show or Knicks Nocturnal. Your name in the title, in the thumbnail, equal airtime, and full promotional support across the Objective Knicks Fan Network. To activate and grow with us, go to linktree.com/theobjectivefan now.
Definitely check out the Linktree if you're interested in any of the promo packages, whether it's the ad rotation, the collabs, co-hosting, and the business spotlight. You can find all that information on the Linktree/objectivefan. The Objective Fan. Everything I got is on Linktree. Keep it easy, keep it simple, easy to find. Put the link in the chat, put it on the screen, and also put it in the description. Go check it out now. Yeah, keep the calls coming, man. I'm here. 646-995-8389. I'm curious to know how you guys feel about Brunson. Is he that guy? Is he the one? Is he weak? I do got to all my channel members, right? Big time salute to the channel members in the building. I got a video on the channel for members only, and it's called Brunson Holds No Weight. If you didn't see that video, definitely go check it out. I guarantee you it's pretty interesting. It's pretty, and it's honestly correlates. Like it continues to, show why I said what I said at that moment in time. And we're gonna get the details of him holding weight. And that has nothing to do with his leadership, so to speak. It's just the fact of how he's seen to me, He like I said, once again, he made the greatest sacrifice. I don't understand it personally. I remember someone who claimed to be his relatives called up the day before. He was like, yo, Jalen Brunson gonna sign that deal. And the dude also said they're shopping Randall. They were supposed to trade Randall in a package for Devin Booker. I was like, what? He was like, yeah. Didn't believe him. Brunson signs for the discount. I put the clip out. Then Randall was traded that same offseason. Couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my God. But that's why you guys should subscribe if you're not subscribed. Hit that like button always, because you never know what you're going to miss. You just never know. I get all types of people who call and, exchange and share stories. And, yeah, interesting stuff. What do we do now? I mean, we seen the reports earlier that Towns, hey, his name came up. They said that they're not actively shopping him, but hey, if somebody comes over and say, hey, yo, we would love to have karl-Anthony Towns. We'll give you this, this, and this. Will it be the right fit for what Brunson needs? Because do they even think about Brunson when they're making these moves? Are we saying, because think about it. When the Lakers went to go get DeAndre Ayton, right? Oh, he's good for Luka. Luka needs a big guy who can set screens and roll. So we need to go get a big guy that can do that. Did you ever hear the Knicks say anything about Brunson? I'm going to go get a guy to go help Brunson out. Was that Mikal Bridges? I don't know. Maybe it was, but I don't really hear people saying, yeah, we got to go get this guy because he compliments Brunson. I don't really hear that. Do you guys hear that? And this is a star-driven league. Like the Lakers, to me, as dysfunctional as they look this year, is all by design. They're trying to go with terror by destruction and building a team, and they realistically don't want to keep no one. That's why Austin Reeves didn't get a deal. You feel me? So it is what it is when we're talking about the Lakers, because their plan is next year they're going to go get the players that's compatible with Luka. Everybody's up for sale. Everybody's up, has an expiring contract, including LeBron James. I doubt LeBron James, if he decides to continue to play, will be a Laker. And that's how you build a team. Get the star, you build a team around them. I felt like when they got Brunson, none of us thought he would be this good. They thought he would be solid. And then I'm pretty sure they were like, we're going to get somebody else to be the main guy. And then Brunson, he will be one of the other top guys. That's how I feel truly how they saw Brunson when they first got him. And it's just a matter of time for me, to see exactly what this next trade will be, especially if they trade Towns. Who will it be for? And how will Brunson feel? And then I'm curious to see, I don't want to say if Brunson is still here. I think he will, but will be, as long as Leon Rose is here, I think Brunson will still be here. But I'm curious to see what that next contract looks like, y'all. Does he do the Mr. Miyagi once again? I'm going to sacrifice another $100 million. I severely doubt it, especially if we win the championship. Come on. No one's taking a pay cut of that magnitude, man. But yeah, man. 646-995-8389. If I'm triggering you and you're upset, you know what you do. What you can do if you disagree. But I'm always going to give you my real insight and analysis, because that's what I do on this channel, man. I am the objective fan. I let you talk, get your points out, and if you say something captivating, I will respond. But the Sumo is one of the kids who I wanted, because I felt like he would be a good fit around Brunson, somebody who could defend. He initiates pick and roll as well. And I'm not saying he's a point guard, but he can do some initiating. He's done it in Chicago. I tell you what, Keon Ellis, I don't want him because he doesn't do it. Yes, he's 6'4", but if you watch Keon Ellis, he's the guard version of Mitchell Robinson. And his offensive rebounds, even though he's not the best at it, would be shooting threes. He gets to the corner, stands there, doesn't do nothing else. Barely makes plays for himself. Yeah, man, it's not a good look, man. Yep. But definitely, y'all, I appreciate y'all support. Check out the link tree, man. Check out the 82 Nights, a basketball fans companion. Well, that's the old name. We changed it to the official basketball intelligence system. It's more than a journal. It'll give you insight, clear insight, and documenting these Knicks. I mean, from the top 10 games of the year to the fan engagement section. I mean, listen, this journal comes with it all. Go check it out. I appreciate all the support. Salute to my man Parrish Thugger, my man Hakeem, my man Esco of Harlem. Big time salutes to y'all. Big time salutes to all the callers. My man Moses, Dogasaurus Rex, J-Tap, Knicks Tape Madness Discord server channel member, by the way. Join the channel as well. It's lit. Got a lot going on. My man D from LA. Who else? Keith from ATL. Big time salute to you. Biz from my man Biz, my man D, who else I said? JJ, Yuri. Big time salute to all the callers, man. I appreciate you guys. We will be back here tomorrow for the Blue and Orange Breakfast Show, bright and early. So if you got to get up and go to work, or you can catch the replay because you're a vampire, definitely check me out tomorrow. And until next time, as always, let's go.